Welcome, Leo, Virgo, Cusp to your Astro Dice reading for June. Hope you guys are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button. Okay, for those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot, make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. Okay, we do have a Mercury retrograde coming in on the 29th, which is the same day as the full moon in Capricorn. So, interesting. Let's get in here, guys. See what's going on. Leo, Virgo. Talking about that Mercury retrograde, you got some Mercury energy coming into the 10th house with some Taurian energy. Okay. How you think, write, communicate, talk, and travel. This is some strong spotlight on your career, reputation, public image coming through over here, guys. Talking about that Taurus energy as well. Around you, the Taurus energy around you shows the abundance of nature, rich, earthly, productive, yet relaxed and slow. Maybe be a little stubborn. And going straight into the 10th house. Your achievements and status in the outside world. Yeah, this is definitely going to be you finding and receiving some kind of recognition. This could be making some important career moves, having significant conversations, focusing on financial and professional security. This isn't a fast-moving energy, guys, because it's Taurian energy. So it wants that steady, lasting success rather than something that's quick to win, right? We're not going to get out there and just win it all real quick. It's slow, steady, productive. So your words are going to carry a lot of weight this month. Conversations could be networking, any kind of interview, announcements, or business deals could be playing a major role in your progress over here. Okay, you're building this legacy one solid step at a time. Just think of this Taurus card in this reading so far as being that Knight of Pentacles, right? That Knight of Coins, that Taurian, slow, productive, just one little step, because that's going to help create that lasting success. So it's, you know, it's pretty much like what you establish now could have that long-term benefit and reward for your future. Okay, so let's get straight into the situation. Situation is taking place at the beginning of the month, middle of the month, end of the month. Steady action and knowing your worth. Tell me what's going on at the beginning of the month. Hangman in reverse. High Priestess in reverse. Six of Cups. You can see that. Yep. Getting a clarifier. I'll also be pulling two cards to look what's going on in the 10th house for July. Seeing how that's going to roll over into July for you. Because we might not get the 10th house again next month. Okay. So that'll give you kind of an idea of where you're going to be next month. Clarifying, please. There it is. Hangman again. This time right side up. Interesting. Been getting a lot of cards like that lately. Very interesting. So the beginning of the month here is got this feeling of being ready to move forward, but something is still asking for your attention. This Hangman here in reverse is this is impatience, resistance to waiting. Like I said, you want it slow and steady, but you're asking for it to go faster. You're trying to break free from a period of stagnation. So you may be feeling in the beginning of the month here that you're ready for this action, especially with this Mercury pushing, right? It's pushing communication and progress out towards you. But then you have the High Priestess here in reverse that's indicating something isn't being fully trusted or acknowledged yet. So you're not really trusting in this process. And that could be why you're kind of standing still, even though you want to jump. So there may be some ignored intuition, hidden information, or just kind of this need to listen more carefully to your inner guidance before making an important decision. This is all about your, listening to your inner voice. You might think something is right, but it's not right. You want it to be right, but it's not got the timing yet. And then you have the Six of Cups. This is the past. So you're bringing that past back into the picture of today from yesterday. Not letting go of it or allowing it to return. Could have been a previous opportunity that you felt like it was a missed opportunity, or whether it's a person or a career choice. But this is a memory of unfinished situation that could resurface. Something familiar is influencing your current circumstance here. Person, idea, opportunity, memory. Because you have the Hangman here, which is reinforcing that message. Before moving forward, there's still that lesson. There's a perspective or a truth that needs to be understood. The delay in this situation isn't necessarily a blockage. It's providing insight. It's waiting for you to see the bigger picture. Waiting for the High Priest to go right side up so you can get the clarity, the insight that's needed before jumping to that next piece of the puzzle. Okay. So it almost feels like what seems like a delay could actually be helping you make some kind of wiser decision about the situation before moving on. Let's see what's going on over here in the mid-month. You have the Seven of Pentacles to the Magician in reverse to the Ace of Pentacles. Missed opportunity for some of you. Clarified. High Priestess in reverse again, guys. You're really stuck on this situation this month in the 10th house. This is really weighing on you. It feels like a period of evaluation. It's really weighing you down over here, but really evaluating the situation. The Seven of Coins over here, Leo Virgo, is kind of got this feeling of, what is it that you're investing in? Is it worth it? Is it worth investing in this situation? Whether it's a career, finances, a project, whatever that long-term goal is that you're assessing. It's almost like you're asking what has been growing and what has not been growing. And it's like, wants you to ask these questions. You planted the seeds. Is it actually worth the time and effort to wait for them to grow? Or is it just not going to grow, right? The Magician over here reverse suggests there's that frustration around the delays, the results, the lack of it not coming together. as expected. So you might even be feeling like you have the tendency to doubt your abilities or question whether you have everything you need to succeed within this situation. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Delayed opportunity, postponed, missed opportunity. A need to rethink a practical plan before moving forward. And then you have the High Priestess clarifying the situation, which once again is very important to this puzzle because we have it twice, just like the Hangman we have twice. So once again, the delay and the understanding that you're not seeing something and acknowledging this situation, trusting in your intuition. It's almost like it's trying to speak to you, but your logic or your fear or impatience could be like kind of drowning it out and blocking it from coming through to let you see what's really going on within this situation. So it's not every delay is a denial. It's not that. It's just like this month is asking for the patience and the reassessment. It's like if something isn't moving forward as expected, there could be a reason. It wants you to gather more information. Trust your instincts and just avoid forcing outcomes before the timing is right, because there's something definitely here that appears to be a setback. And it might even be actually protecting you from making this move before all the pieces are in place, because it could say, what if you did all of this? Like, what if you invest in something like stock, for instance? Okay, guys, I'm just gonna throw something out there, and you throw all this money at something, and then you lose all that money. And it was like all this time, it was protecting you from losing a bunch of money, right? It didn't want you to play that stock market. It didn't want you to invest all that money, right? But you did it anyways without allowing your higher self to say something, your gut feeling to, intervene, even though it was trying to intervene this whole time, but you blocked it out with logical mind, right? Saying, no, it's going to work. So it's saying, be careful what you're investing in, because obviously there's a delay for a reason. So there's going to be more insight needed to make the right move later within the situation. So let's look at the end of the month. Before we get there, let's grab some cards and see what's coming in July. It'll be at the bottom of the deck. Oh, hold on. That's going to go here. Bottom of the deck is Four of Cups to the Chariot in reverse. For the end of the month, you have the Four of Swords to the Three of Pentacles to the Queen of Cups. Clarify. Clarified. Whoa. By the Two of Wands. Okay. Okay, so going into July, it says that you're going to see the Ace of Cups, because you're no longer going to look down at what was frustrating you, all those delays. And then the Chariot says we're going to pull back the reins, stop, think, and redirect. So there's definitely going to be a redirection. That's the Chariot in reverse is like, hold your horses, don't go that way. So, but the end of the month over here, we do have a much calmer, wiser energy coming in with the Four of Swords. Three of Pentacles is going to be interesting here, because there's talking about collaboration, teamwork, learning and building something with others. This can also be a positive place for work, networking, receiving support from people who share your vision. But I do like it with the Queen of Cups, because this is the emotional wisdom and intuition finally coming into balance. You're finally saying, here comes my intuition. since we already have the High Priestess, right, we have to have something else that's showing this intuition, and this is what's going to give us, right, is the Queen of Cups. She's saying, oh, okay, right, of course, this is saying now, instead of not listening to the intuition or blocking that out, it's finally coming in with that inner guidance. You begin to trust what you're feeling. So you're saying, okay, I got my High Priestess in mode. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm listening to my intuition. I'm trusting what I'm feeling now. I can see what's going on in the bigger picture. And that's because you start resting. You start finding peace within you and yourself without feeling so overwhelmed. And then I love the Two of Wands, because this is just the confirmation of that future planning. By the month's end, you're looking ahead with a greater confidence and clearer understanding of what the next steps is. So it's saying, I understand what's coming. I can see the world is my oyster, and I can see why this isn't working. I can see what's really going on. I planted all these seeds, and I can understand now that this is not the road for me. This isn't going to work the way I want it to work, whether I need to, readjust things or just get away from it. But you're definitely going to be taking the different road over here come July, because it's saying the beginning of July, you're going to redirect yourself towards the Ace of Cups, towards something that's actually going to work, something that makes more sense, something that's more aligned with what you're trying to do. And you're going to find this new passion to the situation. Beautiful, guys. So, I mean, there's definitely, needing that new direction. So, I mean, these delays are definitely pushing you towards the clarity and then towards a whole new direction. Okay. Like I said, whether it's one way or the other. Okay. Because it's going to lead to wiser decisions on how this is going to work, or this is just not going to work at all, and I have to completely go the other direction. Okay, guys, and that was it. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.